Hi everybody. In this video we are going to do the intro to Mr. Crowley. In the actual recording of this, as you all know, it was just a synthesizer. But in the original tab books, they actually wrote out a tab for the guitar line, so for those of you that want to kind of have fun with it, you can play along. And it's actually a really cool part. It's only a few measures, and then it repeats, and that's it, and then you're going to be into the verses. So let's get started. We'll try to do this one measure at a time. Alright, so before we get started with this, I'm going to play it kind of at a slow speed, and then we're going to break it down one measure at a time, because if I just jump into this one measure at a time, it sounds odd. So here's what it sounds like. And then it goes into the actual first verse. So let's break this down kind of slow. It is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 measures long, and then it repeats. So first measure is going to start with your open D string, which is D, and then it's going to play E, F, and open G. So you have your open D string, 2nd fret D string, 3rd fret D string, open G string. So now the second measure is over an A minor chord. We're going to start with the 2nd fret on the G string, which is your A, your 2nd fret on the D string, which is E, your open string A. Now if you look at how I play that, I'm actually covering 2 notes, so I'm not doing this. I'm just doing, that way each note rings by itself. The last 2 notes in that measure, again, are going to be A and G, so 2nd fret and open. Third measure is going to start with your F note, which is the 3rd fret on the D string, open G string, 2nd fret G string, 4th fret G string. So you have this. Now, the next measure is really comfortable if you quietly slide your finger forward to play the 5, 5, and the 3, which is actually just your great big C power chord, right? If you ever catch me playing this, I don't actually do that. I use all these weird fingerings for this. Let me show you, starting from the measure before. That'll be one way that I do it. Another way that I kind of end up in it. So you kind of see it's comfortable because of the speed that it's at. So you get to pick and choose which fingers. For right now, I'm going to do it the most simple way, which is actually moving my finger over. It's also the easiest way to get it quiet. So you have the 5th fret, which is your C on the G string. 5th fret on the D string, which is your G, and you'll notice that I'm covering both. Last note's going to be 3 on the A string, which is your C. And then the last 2 notes in that measure are actually going to be C and B, which is your 5 and 4. Now we're back to the next measure, which is back to the A minor chord. So we're going to play 2, 4, 5, which is going to give you A, B, C. 3rd fret on the B string, which is going to give you D. Now the next measure is over an E minor chord, and it's going to reach all the way up here to the 5th fret on the B string, which is your E note, 4 on the G, which is going to be B, 2 on the D string, which is going to be your E, and that gives you the... Now the next 2 measures, we're going to use octaves, so each note that we're playing, it's just an octave apart. So if I say A, it's going to be A and A. So the first one is going to be your open A string, 2nd fret G string, which are both A notes. Next chord is going to be B flat, which is going to be your first fret on the A string and the third fret on the G string. Next chord is going to be F, which is going to be the first fret on the low E string and the third fret on the D string. Next chord is going to be G, which is going to be 3 and 5. Back to the F. Next one's going to be E, which is your low E and second fret on the D string. Back to the F. And then the next note that you're going to play is just a single note, second fret on the G string, which is your A. Now, as you can see in the tabs, there's 2 measures. This note's holding almost the length of the 2 measures. So if you were to count this out, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, and then the last 2 notes that you see are going to be F and E, and you're going to count those as 4 and then you start the piece over again. 4 and 1. Now the second time you get to this, you just let it hang for the actual 8 beats. There's a slight pause because the synthesizer ends, and then you're into the next video, which is going to be verse 1 and 2. See you in the next video.